Betty, is that red or pink?
Betty, ati ninakaa fiti.
Unakaa fiti.
Sasa, okay, if that is what it is, sasa wewe nitasemaje, because you are always looking, you know, I would call it internationally stunning.
Thank you so much, Willice. I think I should record that and every morning nijicheze tu asubuhi. But it's good to see you, Willice, after a whole week. I hope you're doing well. So we want to get straight to the to our lesson tonight, because tukona DJ Shiti in the building. He mispronounces literally everything. So I hope today ataweza kupata kitu. He's going to be also asking you one question before we wind up. All right, so Willice, let's begin with this first word. Let me spell it out because I'm not sure. C-E-R-V-I-C-A-L. Have I done it properly? Is it cervical shockers?
Oh, Betty, you're talking about the word that means it's, in fact, it's an adjective meaning connected with the cervix or the neck. And Betty, there are two ways to pronounce that word. You say cervical, you can say cervical, you can also say cervical, and cervical. So it has two acceptable, if you like, alternative pronunciations.
Hey, Willice, you always shock us. So me, sasa nikitaka kushtua watu nakuna soma hiyo ya pili. Just to shock people in the room. Moving on to this other word, Willice. P-Y-J-A-M-A-S. How do we pronounce that one? Pajamas?
Oh, you're talking about those wears of the clothes for sleeping. That is, you use them when you go to bed?
Yes, those ones.
Okay. Betty, you say pa, not pie. You say pajamas.
Okay.
Pajamas. Many people say pie because of seeing P-Y. But that Y takes what we call the pure sound pajamas. Pajamas. That is the low front sound pajamas.
Pajamas. Got it, Willice. Moving to this other one. This one is so tough. S-O-B-R-I-Q-U-E-T. Hey, what does that, how do you go about that pronunciation, Willice?
Betty, until you say, well, learning has certain surprises, and it's good when we get surprised, but then we get to know which is which. Now, that word for a nickname, in fact, it's a word that means a nickname or another name that somebody can be given or something can be given. And Betty, you say sobriquet. Sobriquet, not sobriquet. Sobriquet, no. You say sobriquet. And you know, sometimes when I get such great words, it makes me also to give a special salute to the person you are having tonight. You know, comedians are very important people in the society. And I would give you also a salute for sometimes inviting them to the show because they help people a lot. But that man, Shiti, Betty, I would tell you for free, out here, he has a lot of respect for having very wonderful content and creativity, Betty. Get that from me for sure.
I love that, Willice. All right, actually, let me just have Shiti come in. He's on TikTok. Unafanya vitu mingi, Shiti. Unafanya vitu mingi.
You say...
Pole. Isa. We have Shiti with us here. Salimia Willice. Ochieng.
Oh. That man is great, Betty.
Thank you so much. Sikujua ndio nitaongea hata na Willice. I used to watch Willice. Willice, how do we pronounce?
Okay, muulize na kwa Kiswahili kama Kizungu inakushinda.
How do we pronounce whiskey? Is it whiskey or whiskey?
Is that the one you could ask?
Which one? Can you spell it and speak louder so that I can get you clearly, my dear brother? W-H-I-S-K-E-Y. Oh, you have the Y, then you say whiskey. Don't say hui. Hui is a bit, you know, archaic. You say whiskey. That H is silent. So you say whiskey. Just like which, when, why, and others. If you have anything that is English, my dear brother, you can always send it to Betty or In fact, TV47 takes care of everyone in Africa south of Sahara, my brother.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you, Willice.
What about
Kwani umekuja kujulia kizungu hapa? Wewe utakuwa na follow every Friday.
G for S? S is silent.
Which one? Let him speak louder. Betty, we can help him on any word so long as it's English.
This one
Which
can't
is the
be
second
helped.
word he has?
This one can't be helped. Wacha tuendelea zetu. Huyo hezi saidika kabisa. So Willice, let's just wind up with the two words for test your tongue and of course a surprise word as we wind up.
Yes, Betty, the word we have for tonight, that is test your tongue. But before I give the sounding of this word, I'll have to wait so that the other viewers can also try themselves with this.
All
but
right.
Just tell Shiti that, Shiti, just tell him if he has anything English, any word that is English, he can always send it to you or send it to TV47 because there's one man who is really respected out here. But now, the word we have here, I'm trying to talk so that our viewers can try their tongues with this. Betty, this word, you don't say X, no. You just start with the sound Z. The X in this word takes what we call the voiced sound Z. So you say xenophobia.
Okay.
Xenophobia, not Xenophobia. Xenophobia, no.
Okay.
Xenophobia. And that is the way to go. Now, when we come to those who are sending in words or who sent words throughout this week, Titus Bravo of Bahati Nakuru, you say tenya, and then the second word, tenor. That is in music or sound, tenor. Tenor, the voice. Tenor. But when it comes to the time or the period that somebody is in charge, let's say in a work or at the helm, you talk of tenure. Tenure, not tenure, not tenure. Tenure, that way, Betty. When we have Jemima Adongo of Migori, you say autopsy. Autopsy, not autopsy. Then you also say launch. Launch, not lounge.
Okay.
When we have Makoha Bonfast of Kakamega, you say laboratory. Laboratory. We have laboratory and not laboratory when we talk about the English or when you are keen on standard English. Claire Mboye of Nairobi, you say hyena. Hyena. Betty, how many people do you hear saying hyena constantly? Hyena. You hear that? Okay.
I hear you, Willice.
Hyena. Now, hyena, no. You say hyena. And then the second word for Claire, you say leopard. Leopard, not leopard. Then we have Mohammed Aziz of Mandera. You say doormat, not doormat. Doormat. Your second word, shepherd. Shepherd, not shepherd. And then we have lastly, Kuria Jane, Idris Olunga, Esther Wanjiro, Nyongesa, Nathan Ngetich, Helen Mutindi, Eddie Walushiri, Victor Aliata, Daniel Onyango, Kabiro Muraya, and Ratemo Cliff. I also give you a salute because this is TV47. Keep it up every Friday and you love it. Then Betty, we have our surprise word for tonight. It's more of a phrase, and please, dear viewers, don't pronounce this the way it is spelled. You say tete-a-tete. Tete-a-tete, yes. You can also say tate-a-tate. Tete-a-tete or tate-a-tate, but not tete-a-tete. Don't say tete-a-tete. That will be something else and not English. Otherwise, Betty, I think it's my time now to take people back to you, and they can always send me their words throughout the week. That is at Willice Ochieng 1 on X. Otherwise, take it up, Betty, now.
Thank you very much, Willice. You know, like, it's always such a pleasure just listening to you, you teaching us, you know, this pronunciation. And you have so many fans every time. Nasikianga to, hey, Willice, 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 Willice. So thank you so much, Willice Ochieng, there joining us from
Betty. Kama ni kusema ukweli, siwezi kukufikia. When it comes to fans, in fact, like nowadays, the talk out here, let's talk about TV47. Then they'll give you a list of very many presenters, those reporters, you know, like Combo Alfayo, and every other person. So keep it up, Betty, because people love you so much out here.
Thank you. After all, that's so sweet, Willice. Thank you. All right. That's such sweet words. Yani, mpaka yani hata mate karibu na nini. Buddha.